Welcome, 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 everybody. I have some good news for you. We're going to start off by going through our picks and bans. So, Spiffy, as the higher seed, elected to be player 2. So, phatscott vetoed Gravity 9+1, and Spiffy vetoed Varia plus Movement. So we got ourselves a good old game of no objectives. And something tells me that game 2 might be Metroids. If not, we have a double suit. But we got some chaos tonight.
Looking forward.
And Spiffy, going against my best wishes, is going with the Ronald McDonald again.
Nice. I'll always have just that much harder time figuring out what's going on.
Looks like we have like 16 seconds. Thank you. And then, oh yes, our lovely NN on tracking, as always. And my co-commentator, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Nux. They finally got me to say my name.
It's not Canoe, I knew it!
My policy is not to care.
You
I'm torturing
you
people.
can call
me
George for all I care.
Pretty much.
I have a sixth sense for these things, and then
Alright. I haven't seen too much. Parlors being kind of annoying. So far, it's looking pretty linear. Can't wait for Morph.
So, just to remind everybody here, this is no objectives. So that means no bosses, no Metroids, no anything. Kill Mother Brain and get out. So we're looking for enough E-Tanks to survive. So that's 12 E-Tanks with no suits, 6 E-Tanks for Gravity, and 3 E-Tanks for Varia. And then, so our go mode is going to be 30 supers, combined damage, or, well, there's Varia, charge beam.
Kind of an OP opening. Varia and Screw Attack right there. Right off the rip.
Only Varia counts for Mother Brain. Noted. So 6 E-Tanks no matter what, never 12. Alright, so now we're gonna head over through the Speedway. Where we find Gravity. Are you okay? It looks like we got a seed of double suit.
Come on, chat, spam it. Nobody's spammed it yet.
Baby seed.
There we go.
Wow. Okay. Caterpillar room here.
And Mother Brain.
Mother Brain. Ooh. Hello, Mother Brain. So,
Alright. I've lost track of
all.
I've lost count Alright, I've lost track of all of the dead ends we have here.
Yeah,
This
there's a
is
lot of dead ends here.
this is what rattles me.
What is unlocked with what we have? We cannot do Indiana Jones still. Indiana Jones is off limits. We might have some water. I don't think we had water, but we might have some water that we can go through now with gravity. At East Ocean. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. So it's been pretty linear.
There we go. Still no morph. Nevdimorph seed, please. Nevdimorph seed, please. Although it's not looking like it right now.
I mean, it can only be, yeah. Supers is the only thing that gets us through our start on the left. Yeah, and at this point, we need morph. So it was just one of those two. And it looks like the start is just long and kind of slow. Yeah, and nobody's feeling the pressure right now. Like, well, I mean, besides the racers, obviously they're always feeling pressure, but like, they've got 2 suits and screw attack. You know, that's kind of like the most breezy setup you can get.
Right. So we have 5 out of our 30 supers that we need, and 0 out of our charge that we need. Meridia's looking okay-ish for now. It's got some good payouts with the suits, but other than that, just a lot of connections.
I'm just hoping that we don't end up getting a seed where it's don't go the wrong way, but you know, that's how no objectives is. Don't go the wrong way.
So we actually see our first divergence here. This is a good, yes, this is also good, good on Spiffy here.
Nice.
This entire area is unlocked with these supers. He gets a nice save here, so if he needs to revert, he can always revert here. Yeah, this is still our only logical step here. Wow, this is just IKEA, man. IKEA.
Oh yeah.
Space jump. There's Indiana Jones. Let's see if our runners go to Indiana Jones.
Wow, just back and forth. You gotta love it. I want to see the steps on this. It's got to be the most granular step by step in Mappo logic.
Yeah, this is... got some map quests going on.
Nice. Phatscott just didn't even try going for the jump, because the wiggle only works one way.
I wish I could say I got that reference, Ninja, but I don't. We get space jump for phatscott now. Racers still like, yeah, within a minute of each other, I'd probably say.
Yeah.
And we... Oh my god, game. Please. I mean, they needed morph to go through the bottom of Indiana Jones here, so...
I mean, but the map just exploded in directions we can go.
Absolutely.
Billy Mays, too.
Oh my god, all these supers. Or, sorry, all these majors. Like, what is going on here? Like,
yeah.
well, huh? Is this an easy seed? I don't think I've seen a single bit of hard tech yet.
Maybe I don't know if it's hard tech. It might be medium, but making sure you can go through the supers. No, you have a refill on the other side. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
This is, yeah. Next we get charge, and then we get plasma, and then we just do mother brain, and we instantly blind into criteria ship, and this will be a 20-minute seed. Can you imagine?
I can't imagine. This is just crazy. I couldn't imagine until now.
Who wrote this? Phatscott wrote this.
Now, I don't think Mother Brain is sparkable. Or, sorry, the Zebatites are sparkable. Because...
Be Rocky, I will hurt you.
Does it have to
Don't
do it
make me come
inside that
over
tunnel?
there.
Oh, I'm back. So... you probably missed like half of what I said.
The speed!
And that's fine.
Yeah, I think you cut out a little bit.
But essentially now ice is very valuable because we know speed is not gonna bail us out.
So, I believe we were still in Meridia there. So, in that one area, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 majors. 8 majors in Meridia. That is absolutely mind-boggling. I don't think I've ever seen that many majors in a single seed, in a single area.
Yeah, I can't think of another time I did.
The most I've ever seen is 5, maybe 6. 8 majors is nutty, especially for Meridia. Meridia is not usually a fairly large map. Like, if you told me there's 8 majors in Brinstar, I'd be like, okay, Brinstar is pretty large. I can see it. But Meridia?
Both of our racers here, they have enough MO to complete MB1. So charge could change everything just like that. Wrong side of Crockemeyer, everybody's favorite. We don't get to see a fight, we just have to leave.
Croc Speedway. Wait, Croc Speedway leading into Croc? Game, please.
I mean, after what we just saw, I think a little bit of vanilla is fine.
The tiny, tiny, tiny Turian. Not Turian? Or where? Yeah, that was Turian.
Yep. And nothing worth keeping.
Oh my gosh. This is crazy, man.
Yeah. Spiffy might end up feeling a little bit bad about going down Torian, or going up Torian, I guess. But he really shouldn't, because your opponent really should too.
Yeah.
But everything that doesn't pan out in a no objectives when you know where Mother Brain is, it just feels so bad.
So if I was Spiffy here, that right side area of Big Pink, we have supers. Why don't we go for that? You have Morph Ball. Most one room areas have items in them, some sort. So I think it would have been beneficial there to check it out.
Yeah, they're a pretty good bet.
Oh, it's not a one tile. It's a two. We know what room that is.
Okay. Never mind then.
Nope.
We'll say
get to that map.
Yeah, they're fiending for some power bombs. I hope we don't get them. I hope we find ice, charge, and plasma. And we never see power bombs.
That'd be a heck of a seed, man. Scott killing the pirate before he even touches the ground. That's a bit rude. Oh, we have baby. We don't get to see baby though.
A baby.
Toilet. You know what I found out recently? Apparently, when you take the toilet up, you can actually preserve some of the speed off of exiting toilet.
You mean, like, just
vertical.
The speed that you had before you went into toilet?
No, vertical, like, the going up the toilet will give you speed.
What? I didn't know
vertically.
this.
Yeah, it's like extreme tech.
Wild.
So we're going to Aqueduct here. There's your peebs. And then Plasma. Okay, where's Charge? Are we just calling out the seed? Like, oh my god. There's just no way. There's just no way the seed is this generous.
Yeah, our racers haven't really been going opposite directions. They've just been in line doing what the seed needs them to do.
Charge is not exactly go mode because we still need another E-Tank or reserve for the runners. So I'm not sure if phatscott wasn't comfortable going for Aqueduct, because it is in logic here with X-Ray. X-Ray, Morph, and Gravity makes that in logic.
Now, what I'm wondering is how much CAC farming can you justify? Because if you don't have ice and you've got to go through the Zibitites, like,
yeah,
it's rough.
Yeah. Well, there's your E-Tank. Okay. Yeah, that major southwest of Aqueduct is looking fairly suspicious. It's wild to think that the only filler item that we've found so far was Spazer. It's grappling beam. Darn. Although that does put, like, That doesn't put anything in logic. I think everything was already in logic at this point.
Yeah, it's one of the worst you can find. Right, especially on no objectives, you're not even gonna see Dragon.
Yeah, it does put pants in logic. But I think that's about it.
Oh yeah, we don't have ice.
I mean, Spiffy's gonna go check out the rest of these majors here, so I might have refilled on power bombs before going to this room. Because only having one is a little sketch, but you never know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Scott what's going on with his aqueduct, because I'm not sure why he's not doing aqueduct snail clip.
Yeah, you really ought to learn to do it with at least the X-ray setup, where you use X-ray to slow the snail down.
Yeah.
You can take it bit by bit.
Well, it's that, and also the forced stand up with X-ray is what makes it doable as well. I think those might be the only logical PBs. There's still a bunch of game to explore here. I don't think we finished looking through everything. The other couple of areas, but it's not really looking like there's a bailout, unfortunately. I believe there's no majors left in Norfair. At this point, there's 1, 2, 3 X's. Do you go collect any of these X's?
I think you don't.
I think
typically,
yeah.
Typically, you grab everything, everything that you can, but those are just far enough away.
Oh, you have screw on, Scott. I think, knowing what we know now, I think we could probably grab the 2 X's on the left. That might be a safe bet. The one on the bottom was a bit too far away. We're only 3 X's, potentially, from go mode here.
Well, we're gonna get the map here. I thought we were gonna get the map. There's not too much left to do in Meridia. But, yeah.
Yeah, and also, even if one of those X's happen to be power bombs, I mean, going through rooms with 5 power bombs is really sketchy, because you might find yourself very quickly in an area that you cannot get out of, where you're soft locked, or you just can't progress. X's in Turian, GT.
That's the most struggle I've seen somebody have with the snail clip and getting it.
Yeah. One way in wreck ship shaft to Everest. Okay, bunch of connections here.
Probably gonna end up with map pretty soon here.
still have yet to see a boss.
We probably have seen a boss, just no X's, so you miss them. Like, we just saw one there.
There's Dre, yeah. We saw Craig earlier. Yeah, I mean, kind of like run into them for the most part.
phatscott
With all
going
the
for
rooms that they
Meridian
were
up.
blinding, I would have expected to see at least one boss. Okay.
And he doesn't get much good information at all.
Got 2 more majors here. Fortunately, the farther you venture out here, the farther you venture away from Mother Brain.
Yeah. Well, I'm not entirely sure why phatscott didn't go for the snail clip right away. You know, it's 2 items in an area you don't have the map. It's like always get it as soon as you can.
All right, chat. What do you think this this major is? It is not charge, unfortunately.
So I take it phatscott is not a map rando main, or at least he wasn't before.
I have no clue because I only started in this community 2 months ago. So.
Yeah, I've been absent from the Super Metroid community.
Yeah,
Okay, he's a vanilla. Go ahead.
I think you just treat X's as majors here and just hunt these X's.
Hmm.
I'm not sure why he didn't go to Mama Turtle there. Unless he's speed locked or something. I don't know, we have speed. Nothing's
Okay.
too far right here when you don't have go mode.
Yeah, I imagine both our racers here are sweating. Because it just, everything feels don't go the wrong way.
Oh.
And Spiffy's looking for his last pack of supers to get him out of this. He would need 3 more packs of regular missiles, or just 2 actually. I always get an extra pack for safety. But he just needs 1 more super. So, doing everything he can to figure that out. Yeah, and him not having the map here, coming through the other side of Criteria.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna cost him a little time.
It's Craig. This is non-logic, as far as we know right now. There's no ice beam. to go through Metroid Ring. Oh, we get prom.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It potentially could be if there's more energy on the map. I think you can tank. Tanking damage is in logic.
Yeah, screw attack.
Oh yeah.
Kraid being an absolute troll and blocking with his hand here. Guardian PBs.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a million little things that put it in logic.
Yeah, probably.
It's just not something you see very often.
We never checked the bottom of Big Pink, did we? I don't think we did.
Spiffy didn't, but Fat Scott got the map.
Yeah, no, yeah, sorry. We never went below Big Pink. That's kind of what I meant. Get the map.
There, I think there's an X there or something, right? No, there's nothing.
And they've literally explored every single room already in Maroon.
Yeah. If he had stopped and gotten the map first, he wouldn't have done that. But I don't know. It could have just worked out that either way, he was going to spend just as much time. Sandpits? Didn't we have a map for sandpits? What was in sandpits?
Love how like the 9-minute mark we said to our runners, we have everything we need. This is essentially go mode. And 20 minutes later, they have pretty much the exact same lineup.
Yeah. You can title this one The Hunt for Charge.
I think we've had access to go mode for quite some time here. The runners have just been unwilling to check ammo that we could clearly get to. But it looks like Spiffy is going to check out all the X's now.
Yep.
All right.
So Divine had the right call before to go for the X's.
Now the question is, do we make it to ship? Did we see ship already or no?
I believe we got a criteria map. I didn't see it.
So, yeah. Yeah. All right, with 40-30, still not quite enough to do Mother Brain in one go.
Spiffy has the loadout he needs. It's go mode.
Yeah, if he had 35, he could go in there and do it. But he needs to... Yeah, sorry, chat. I meant to do everything in one go without needing to refill.
We still don't have like the best answer for the Zebatites. I don't know what farm or refill looks like, but I think even if the refill is like I'm gonna say 6 rooms away, you know, that's probably the play.
Yeah. Now at this point you are in go mode. You don't go look for anything else. The amount of time it's going to take you. I mean, we've seen so many majors so far. Like, at this point, your ice is probably going to be in Brinstar, and we're not even remotely close to Brinstar as far... I don't even remember if there's a Brinstar connection we've seen. If we did, it's probably on, like, the far side of Criteria, which is going to take a while to get to.
Yeah, I think our nearest refill is in Norfair.
Without refills available, what is the minimum ammo count for killing Zebs and Mother Brain Breaking and Mother Brain 2?
I don't know.
3-2 for breaking. And then it's 18 projectiles.
Yeah.
I don't feel like doing math right now. But after
Well,
a refill,
supers are gonna
Spiffy
be
should have it here.
Supers are gonna be the biggest deal. So
Yeah.
that's 8.
Yeah. I mean, do you just in and out with these cactus here? No, it's probably better to farm in Big Pink.
Oh. No, he's got the right play. He's gonna farm the Iron Pirates. Spiffy, big brain playing. It's not a great farm, but it's the one we have. This is some insane luck right now. Spiffy's getting supers instead of missiles.
And more health than, or more supers than health as well. Like, that's crazy. Maxed out on supers before he maxed out on health or missiles. That's great.
Now we're gonna have to have him pull up cheat codes.
Check the ISO. Check the ISO.
That's some insane luck.
Here we go. Full ammo. Is
Shoot.
he saving? What's he doing here? I don't believe there's a save around.
There is a save at the bottom.
Ah, yes.
When Mother Brain's glass is already broken, I don't feel worried about ammo so much, but that's me personally. But you know, it's a tournament, you should probably save.
Yeah. Skepticon, the Big Pink major or PB rate is 4% for PBs. I believe it's originally 2, but in Rando it's 4.
5 supers straight in a row, come on.
Alright, so Spiffy can miss a single super here, and that's it.
Yep. Alright, chat. It's time. How many seconds on the escape timer? Or, yeah, what's your time? You don't have to put it in seconds.
I'm gonna say 1 minute and 40 seconds.
I'm gonna go 1 minute 15.
Ah! 5 seconds off. Menace, you got it. Alright. So this game one was chalked up to what I'm going to presume was Scott not being comfortable with X-ray clipping with the snow clip. We'll have to ask later. But I mean, aside from that one oversight, I guess we'll call it, I think Scott has been doing extremely well with this seed otherwise.
I agree.
Though he's on a bit of a magical journey right now. I think he's getting locked into the what I would say if I was doing this, and maybe I'd say beginner mindset, I'm not sure, of saying, oh, I have plasma, I need charge to finish this seed. Oh, I only need charge, so I'm gonna go major hunt when all of the X's are available. So I think you should just be going for the X's. It's easy to say that, oh, I only need one item compared to, well, I'm gonna need like 4 items or however many that you need for the X's.
You know, the fear is that the other racer could just find charge while you're scrapping together X's. And the X's weren't super great. Alright, GG's. But, yeah. X's are what we needed.
Got set fan too. Alright. Welcome back, everybody. Got double suit for you.
Yep. So go over picks and bans real quick. So Spiffy gave first ban to Scott, or Fat Scott, and he banned Gravity 9+1. And then Spiffy banned Varia plus Water Movement. First game was Spiffy's choice for no objectives. And now, just like Divine said, our game 2, is Double Suit. This is the last matchup of round 3 of the silver bracket for the multi-category. Map Rando Multicategory. Winner of this round goes to semifinals versus Telemorph.
I'm sorry, chat. I know we all wanted Metroids, but I want you to know that Spiffy told me that it was D-Rocky's fault that we didn't get Metroids.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
But we can always get a Game 3 Metroids. We can always get a Game 3 Metroids, so...
oh, yeah.
Don't fret. So with Double Suit, essentially, most of the map is viable. So we're gonna potentially see no morph for quite some time. But we'll see. So we have hell rooms that we can run through. We've got water rooms that we can jump through to a certain degree.
Morph. Nev D morph. Nev D morph. Alright, we got some divergence. Fat Scott's going Hellway, and Spiffy's going East Ocean. And Fat Scott finds West Ocean. Ooh. Taco tank for the speed booster.
First ammo is supers. Very interesting. This opens up more of the map and makes it so morph is less likely now.
Spiffy's reload put him quite far back. Was it a reload or was it a death?
I
didn't
think you
see.
mean Scott, but
No, Scott.
oh, sorry,
He,
no, Scott's been ahead. That's my fault. I'm not sure.
yeah, well, now Spiffy's headed the same way Fat Scott is.
Oh, hello there, green jumpers, and goodbye. Without high jump, that's not as likely to be in logic. Well, it's not in logic until high jump.
Yep,
Or
or
wave
wave. Yep. We got plenty to check here in Bubble Mountain. Unfortunately, no morph, so can't go down.
We have a green gate gauge. This is not in logic, Spiffy. So I wouldn't head that way if I were you. I believe 15 supers for green gate gauge to be in logic. Or a farm in room. That's accessible without the green gate.
Yeah, it looks like Fat Scott's going for the logic break. Or not. Huh.
Neither runner you're seeing logic.
Oh.
Is the damage boost to top of left of Bubble Mountain hard logic?
It is.
So that could possibly be, but I think we just saw the room and it's not.
Yeah, it's probably one of the harder tricks. If you don't have high jump and the room that's center, top center, I guess you'd call it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Wow.
Okay. By the looks of it here, this loop is in logic because the other green gate that we saw is accessible from this direction.
I see.
All right, 2 majors here. Is that reverse amphitheater?
It looked like it, yeah.
That's disgusting. No, thank you. In logic,
Yeah, you know,
because of gravity.
this double shoot seed's making me feel like maybe Metroid's isn't the real mess up pick.
Aw, no Spo fight. The minimum ammo for GT in logic, I have absolutely no clue. What puts GT in logic?
I think it might be like 40 supers or 30. Something crazy.
Yeah, I don't think GT is in logic with supers in general.
It must be with grapple because the easy farm. But yeah,
I mean,
at this state, I don't know either.
Yeah. Charge would for sure put it in logic. What else would put it? Yeah, you can aim up for easy farm, but it's not necessarily about sometimes the amount of farming that you can do, because there are plenty of other logic things that have farming available but aren't necessarily in logic. Like for instance, a 5 missile Fantoon is easily doable, but that is not hard logic.
Yeah. There's actually on the website for Map Rando, if you go to the logic page, there is a calculator for what puts bosses into logic. So somebody from chat could go check that out and tell us all about it.
Although it's a nightmare to actually figure out.
No, there's like a widget.
It's only bosses that are in the boss calculator. There's no
is it?
bosses. Yeah.
No. well, no, you know what? There's got to be an exception to that, like Botwoon. I'm pretty sure I saw Botwoon there.
Check. Map, rando boss calculator. Nope, Phantoon, Dragon, Ridley. Oh, yep, Botwoon in Mother Brain.
Yeah. Yeah, Botwoon stuck out for some reason.
There's nothing for grade. I mean, I guess grade is as soon as you have missiles, you can do grade. Suppose.
No, if the farm doesn't go your way and you don't have charge, it's GG. So I know that it's probably something like 20.
This is an interesting move by Scott here, because I don't
Too high.
believe that's not in logic. I can guarantee you that is not in logic for that snail. You need both X-ray and morph for this to be in logic. It is incredibly difficult without at least X-ray.
Yeah. You know, I've gotten really competent with the snail clip, but up until recently, I would not have been going for this. Just not having morph there, you know, it's just a reset to the next room, but it really limits your options.
Cricket, in the inventory display, the Samus helmets indicate how many games they've won. So 2 helmets would mean that they've won the match because they've won 2 games out of 3. So right now you can see Spiffy's won game 1 and phatscott has not won any games. If you don't get this snail clip within first 2 tries, I don't think this is worth it, because oh god,
if you went too
for
high.
all you know, the very next door out of Aqueduct is going to be morph or something of the sort.
Yeah, Spiffy looking like a pixel too low.
Oh my god,
it's
morph.
It's morph?
It's morph.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But Big Pink is right there.
So that must mean X-ray is nearby.
Or Speed Booster.
Or Speed Booster, yes. Speed Booster too. Although...
that looks good. There he goes.
What was to the left of Aqueduct?
I don't know.
Because you cannot get speed from the save room, so you need a dry room on the bottom left of Aqueduct in order for speed to be in logic.
Unfortunately, we are playing double suit. Yeah, you don't need a dry room.
Oh yes, yeah. Sorry, we have gravity. Don't need dry room. But this is very, very bad for Scott at this point. Having morph this early is just
OP.
Yeah. So depending on how long it takes Scott to get this, because I mean, has Scott even checked what this could be?
His mini-map shows probably not.
Yeah, his mini-map doesn't show it, but oh, okay. This is... Scott is
well done.
Scott still has a fighting chance here. If he didn't get this morph ball, this would have been absolutely game. But now there's plenty of routes, there's plenty of opening up, there's plenty of seed left for this for him to make up this time.
All right.
Uh,
That is kind of awkward.
okay, so we have Mother Brain and we have Kraid here. That's Main Street with a major that we cannot access yet. So
Just go Meridia and then Bryn? Maybe Bryn first?
yeah, I don't think
I
either of these majors are in logic yet. Without finding X-Ray first, none of those are with speed. Actually, speed, yeah, because X-Ray isn't gonna put Aqueduct into logic until, because you would need Morph Ball as well. So speed is somewhere. I'm guessing left side. And before speed is high jump.
well, one of those majors is speed locked, so it can't be that one.
They do know where speed is. Okay. I missed where speed was. Oh yeah, speed's in the ceiling. Yep. Speed's in the ceiling, which you need high jump for, or space jump. Space jump would also work.
Yeah, I made the comment about it being Taco Tank, and I forgot it was there. Which Fat Scott should have gone right back for. After a while of failing the snail clip. But that would also let Fat Scott know that speed was in logic.
Plasma's sitting right there mocking us.
Actually, no, it wouldn't, because he's expecting high jump. What am I saying?
Oh, you know what this means, chat. Whoever bet on Plasma may very well get the win here. I also bet on Plasma. Come on, Plasma. Come on, Plasma. We get prom. We get some who is it? Oats that has the stand up for Kraid? Who is the prom emote? I don't remember. Chat, give me some proms. No beam, no beam, no beam, no beam.
Yeah, I didn't want to raid on your parade, but it was really likely that it was Spazer.
God dang you, best beam. Alright. So, space jump or high jump is what we're looking for here. To put speed into logic. We know where speed is, F-Dunk, junk.
Yeah, I don't know how the flags work for map rando, but I don't think you can turn on the upper criteria area without morph. So yeah, high jump is somewhere.
Yeah, or space.
Or space.
Yeah. The damage boost for speed. Ooh. That'd be spicy. Metal Pirates. Ooh. Ooh, we have seen Metal Pirates already.
Hmm.
And we have the supers to deal with Metal Pirates. Wait, have we seen Metal Pirates?
Not that I'm aware of, White Wolf, but potentially you could. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a strat for a
No,
single bomb drop
Metal Pirates
into.
are not in logic with 5, but I believe they're in logic with 10. But I'm not sure. I think there is expert tech with PBs that you can PB boost into Taco Tank. I know you can PB boost in some form, but I couldn't tell you what. But it's for sure not hard tech.
Yeah, I'm not aware. Here, I'm gonna pull up logic.
Yeah, the timing is ridiculous, and I don't expect anybody to know it. So, Fat Scott doing some very hard tech here, I believe, to try and get into the top of Everest. This is like last frame or two to get here. That was for sure not. So you need a frame or two before the screen turns completely black here. The closer you get to the black screen, the higher up you will go for this gravity jump here. Ooh, very nice. And we see Batoon Hallway, which we cannot do here. So without having to wall jump, I think that was last frame before the pause. Let's see what Canucks did. Wait, is Canucks like the Vancouver Canucks?
I'm just gonna say no.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I have no idea who that is.
I have no, like, I didn't know what a Canucks was, or a Canuck was, so I don't know. Like, but I had heard it before, and it's roughly Canadian.
Yeah, it's funny how, like, most people come up with their online handles. It's just the most random of things, and you'll ask them why they came up with it, and people are like, I don't know.
I wanted something unusual.
It's like, I was like 9 at the time, and I just choose whatever word I thought was cool, which I can tell you is very, very much me. We got a croc fight here. Oh my god, yeah, emails. Yeah, one of my emails, I don't use it anymore. A couple of my emails are cringe names, cringe words I came up with as a child.
Yeah, my first email was supposed to be a throwaway. Yeah, I'm sure you all know how that goes. And, mostly just because I don't want people knowing that email.
Oh yeah, no. So, chat, I'm not gonna ask what your specific name was for like your throwaway emails, because obviously I don't want to dox anybody. But can I just get a yay or nay? Like, was your first email or whatever username like the most cringe thing you could possibly think of?
Absolutely. Yeah. It was.
Okay, Crescents, I think that's actually worse than it being cringe, is just doxing yourself. I mean, as a child, it's not, I don't know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but
All right. Well, I'm kind of lost. So
all
I don't
right.
know really what position we're in here, what our racers are
So
looking for.
that's interesting. Accessible from that was top right of Everest, right? With the gravity jump.
Mm-hmm.
Put us with high jump boots, which will bring us to speed. Speed will bring us to Morph Ball, which is also going to give us speed. Is also going to give us plasma. Over in Main Street. So where does the seed want us to go is the question.
Well, we're in criteria now on Spiffies, and so probably gonna have Kraid or not Kraid, Ridley here. That's my
Ooh, there's a
guess.
speed lock at the top left above the mountain. Yeah, that's true. What other connectors do we have? That was the question. It's pants. Can't do anything with pants here. That's incredibly out of logic.
Yeah, no save to go sack for it.
I think yeah, that speed lock top left of Bubble Mountain is a good safe bet. Okay, this
Yeah.
does loop. This GT does loop, so but do we have the ammo for it? With with this grapple. No. This loop is not in logic. I don't believe. Because this you would consider you not picking up this grapple.
Yeah.
I believe someone said before what the logic for GT was. If you can survive a fight and have 30 supers or charge plus foolish beam combo. So yeah, not having the 30 supers does not put this in logic. So this is not going to be something like bombs. This for sure can't be bombs. Charge beam.
Oh, that's
Oh
juice.
boy, that's juicy. I don't think no, because Fat Scott has seen Kraid. I believe Kraid was top right of Main Street. So that means that Scott knows where Plasma is, I believe. Although chat's probably going to correct me because I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, I think he went that way.
So that's a huge pickup. He did pass it. Okay. That's a massive pickup. But the question is, do you go pick it up now? Because that's a big backtrack.
He still doesn't have speed though, right?
He doesn't have speed, and he has not been to the top right of Everest. Oh, yeah, he doesn't have speed. Well, neither runners have speed. That's true. Although Spiffy can go get speed now, and he's going to... Nah, no, he's not in the right room. Yeah, Fat's guy gonna see speed here and say, oh boy, do I wish I had high jumper space.
Yeah. Yeah, the only logic for getting that, I believe, right now is the insane taco tank tech.
Find Ridley over here in Criteria. Spiffy does.
You can get it with PB.
Yeah, you can get it with a PB.
I didn't
Very.
see that in the
Oh,
logic.
okay. That's huge. Space. Yeah, this is what I was gonna say. Space is somewhere along here, bailed out. That's crazy. So now he can go grab Plasma. Question is, how much do you backtrack here? Because every second that you spend backtracking is essentially double the distance that it takes for you to head somewhere else.
You know, we're gonna kind of get kind of a surrogate for that answer because it looks like Spiffy is going MO this seed.
Yeah.
So I would say
yeah.
it's kind of tragic that there's no reason to go that way. Kraid is already dead.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta consider finding 4 X's that are all supers.
Yeah, so I think if somehow these runners stumbled upon the out of logic GT at some point and immediately found charge before going to Kraid, that Plasma was kind of the play here. That they would, I think at some point, gosh, no, is it even worth it to ever pick up this Plasma? If the runners don't pick up enough ammo to have, I'd say at least 35 supers, I think it would be beneficial to go pick up Plasma. Other than that, I don't think we're ever going to see Plasma being picked up. Because it's not worth going out of their way. Maybe it might be faster to pick up the Plasma with charge. But I don't think you go ever pick up Plasma here and then go to, like, Ridley. It's so...
Rick Ship being Rick Ship.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
here.
it is go mode, but I mean, it's such a backtrack to go get it and then go to other areas.
Well, he's in Bryn right now, so it's not the worst. Because he's gonna have to go past Mother Brain anyway. No. Well, Spiffy went past Mother Brain and there was nothing. So it would be best for Scott not to turn around.
Absolutely, because every second that you spend going back is time that you aren't going somewhere else. Scott doesn't even know where the rest of the bosses are. Spiffy knows where Ridley is. I don't think we know information on other bosses. Holy, is that map out of the way over there? I think... Scott's down a lot of ammo compared to Spiffy. I mean, being down 10 supers here is costly, but...
Yeah. X's still have plenty of value here for him.
I don't know if we've seen Toilet here. Yeah, with 25 supers right now, Spiffy is never going for Charge Plasma. If he ever even wanted to go for GT, which I doubt he would go for GT at this point. Okay, this isn't X, meaning that this isn't either X or missiles. Yeah, that's 30 supers for Spiffy here.
Hug and a kiss in the same sandpit.
What? Hugs are...
Oh, no,
E-tanks.
sorry, I got that wrong. It was just 2 hugs. Wait, hugs
No.
are E-tanks? So I've
Yeah,
got it
hugs,
backwards.
hugs like an O. You reach around somebody. I think.
Okay.
I don't know. All right. Are hugs the X or the O? O represents a hug and X is a kiss. Yeah. Okay.
Well. There we go.
See if we get the blue suit here into the drop. We do. Yeah. So this is an ammo seed for Spiffy here, where, I mean, this seed has to be also an ammo seed for Scott because the plasma's just so far out of the way. I think the only thing that would have been worth it for Scott here, which we already knew that it wasn't the case because we've seen plasma near Mother Brain, was if charge and plasma were at GT. I think realistically,
Mr. Spoopy.
For Scott, the best thing that he could have found at GT was speed. Because, I mean, he didn't know where speed was. He didn't know that it was at Taco Tank. Because everything else that was his one bailout, was if speed was at GT. But I don't know if it was even logical for speed to be there if we hadn't seen it at Taco Tank.
Unfortunately for phatscott, the only extra damage he's going to be finding here is ice, which is not bad. It's going to help him with the zibatites, but that's pretty much, that's the only beam we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think this one's essentially unrecoverable at this point. Because, I mean, phatscott needs to pick up 20 supers somehow. He's just so far away from go mode here. I will give a commentator's curse, because if I give the commentator's curse, then we get a Metroid seed. And everybody wants a Metroid seed.
Let's see.
Yeah, when Spiffy sees the space jump, he said, yeah, of course it was here.
By the way, chat, how's everybody's Memorial Day? How about you, Divine?
I spent a good portion of today helping my mother mulch her gardens around the house. So I'm gonna have a really nice sleep tonight, because man, am I sore.
That sounds like Memorial Day to me. That's what I did. Is he okay? Zook. Alright. I'll say Zook.
I think Zook said his name was or their name was an onomatopoeia for like a Metroid door. So I'm guessing it's a Zook.
I like that.
It is now. Okay. That's such a fun word to say, onomatopoeia.
I've never said it.
Say it.
Onomatopoeia. Did I say it right? I don't know. Yes.
Oh, well, Spiffy's only getting this. Spiffy's not getting anything in that green pirate.
Nothing missed.
I mean, yeah, it's a missile and luxury. how tragic that would have been for him if it was charge.
I think he just wanted that to be another super.
Yeah. I think there's still a couple of supers left on his way. So, Spiffy... Where was Fantoon? Fantoon was... Wreck Ship? Bryn map. Oh, it was Bryn. Okay. Yeah, so at this point it's essentially game at this point, because as soon as Spiffy finds out this is Fantoon, he's just gonna head over to Ridley.
No, we
Scott
saw
has no
Ridley
way.
and Bryn.
Yeah. Scott has no
that's
way
not...
of dealing with Ridley.
I mean, his loadout's not terrible.
I mean, he still needs 20 supers. Well, actually, no. Charge Race Phaser, he can deal with Ridley. It's 210 damage beam, I believe.
Yeah, that's it.
Which would require 10 supers is 6,000 damage, so 12,000 damage with 210 is about 60 shots. We'll say it's a little bit less, but that's still quite a long Ridley fight.
It is. But it's definitely a Ridley fight I would do with the amount of health they have.
Even, yeah, Spiffy saying, of course Fantoon's here.
I'm guessing you didn't go across the whole way. Or, no, did he? Is that why he was like, well, no doubt?
I think it was more of like, of course, I crossed the entirety of this massive map in its Fantoon. Like, thank God. Nice 2-cycle. I think that was a... The second one was a fast, I believe. I don't know about the first one. It's a really quick Fantoon fight, though.
Nice.
Bombs
Finding
over...
bombs.
Is that plasma? No.
No, that's screw attack room.
Screw attack. Yeah. Plasma's in the metal pirate like gauntlet, right?
It's the pink or purple, the plasma pirates. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Spiffy go for every item blind, because even missiles right now are valuable to him.
Yeah. So while it's almost poetic in a way, I think both seeds have come down to Aqueduct clip, snail clip.
Weird that.
Yeah. So I think that Scott is gonna, if he continues to do map rando as much as some of these other racers, which I, guessing on context clues from what some of the people in chat have said, I don't believe he's gonna continue as much as some of these runners. He should brush up on the snail clip, but interesting. Yeah, the double super is a really big find there. Still needs 2 sets of, well, he doesn't need 2 sets for Ridley. But yeah, that's another 6,000 damage off of Ridley's HP bar. So He only needs 30 shots now for Ridley. Give or take. Slightly less, I think. Maybe like 28 or 29.
Alright, so have we seen Ridley?
We have seen Ridley. Ridley was in Meridia, I believe.
Missed
Either
it.
Meridia or Criteria. It was like dead center.
Yeah, that was not good for Fat Scott. If it was Criteria, because I don't believe he's been to Criteria. But now he's definitely gonna go for that plasma, right? Because it's not far away.
I mean, yeah, it's not far away for Scott here, but I think it's just a little too late.
Yeah.
I don't think Scott has been to Ridley area yet. But
I think it's the right play for him right now.
absolutely.
But,
At this point, yeah.
But really, what he needs is like
Ridley's guarding ship.
for
Yes.
the farm for Spiffy to be terrible. Which, if Ridley is in Criteria, then we've got we've got ship somewhere, and that's just not good for Fat Scott.
So this is 750 damage beam? Or 600? One of the two.
It's 750.
So now this is like 8-shot Ridley with all the super ammo. But it's not ice. It's wave. So wave, I think, puts it at 750. Yeah. Ice is more utility than damage, which wave is damage.
Yeah, the only thing that Spacer's got is it does more damage than ice. And it widens the beam. Fine,
Yeah.
I'll say it.
Which does put a couple of things into logic, which is weird, but I mean, it still doesn't matter much. Right here. I just missed what map this was, but this is, so yeah, Criteria up here. Ridley blocking the ship. This seems like a fairly long escape, though.
Most of the logic for Spazer is actually pirates' rooms. You know, it factors into how soon you can do Iron Pirates, and then you've got the Criteria Green Pirates room. That requires that doesn't require anything necessarily. It'll require that you tank damage. So if you come out of like a heated room, it could very slimly, like not likely to come up at all, be required.
So I meant to, I meant to talk to Aussie about this. I'm not sure how much I would be in favor of this, but you know how we have the map rando site and how it explains the rando or the logic for certain things. I was thinking that there should be an option of some sort where you can put in what you have and it'll tell you the options you have in any given room, like what's logical and what isn't. So for newer players or for people doing like extreme seeds or whatever, where it's just like, I have no idea what to do with what I have, you'd be like, oh, well, you can X-ray clip into the top of aqueducts. I thought that was a pretty good idea. The only thing that I could see against that is that people could abuse that for races and whatnot, potentially, but I feel like once you get into a high enough level, that won't really matter. Yes, that's what the spoiler log is for. Yeah, but I feel like it's kind of a more
Even if you go through the
subtle way to
spoiler
do it.
log, there are weird quirks to logic that don't make a whole lot of sense to people, pretty much. The only thing it makes sense to is like a computer.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, logic in general is just very difficult to read because it's very bare bones. You know, it's just what the computer needs to know to generate. It's pretty presentable for what it is, but that is just the case.
I'm very surprised Spiffy didn't go to the ship. There must be some other refill on the way to Mother Brain. Yes, there's a refill right above Mother Brain. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense, because I was going to say just hop in the ship to get a free refill, but there's a refill right next to Mother Brain. Yeah, I also feel like that it's a good idea because it's not necessarily like what spoiler log is for. It's because I feel like the spoiler log is for kind of when you've given up for like an entire seed, and it's kind of like I have no clue what to do next. Whereas it's this way would be like I'm in this room. I know that I can do something in this room with the tools I have available, but I don't know what I can do. And yeah, some of the tech depends on surrounding rooms, so you might be able to have like a little bit of an option, be like, oh, I have a dry room next to where I am, I have a wet room next to where I am. But some of those require specific rooms, but I feel like it would be pretty decent for practice.
Yeah, the only thing that might be difficult about it is like how much time and effort. You know, that's something I wouldn't know. It might be something that you could mostly automate, but I don't know.
Yeah. The thing is that I'm sure it would take a bunch of time and effort to set that up, which I don't know if people necessarily want to do that.
Yeah. A big part of developing is priorities, so
Yeah.
it's really hard to tell these kinds of things.
Got a baby room for Scott here. Second baby room of the seed. Yeah, the JSON format is really good. Okay, Scott, you don't have to flex off and do baby skip here. I mean, you have high jump boots, so it makes the baby skip a little bit easier, but still.
I'm not a programmer, but the and/ors in logic, I do not understand them. I can't read it that way. I have to like work backwards to understand logic.
Yeah, programming is what's the word I'm looking for? A fickle mistress. Which can either be very easy to read or very, very difficult to follow. With the most subtle of things throwing it completely off. Alright, so Spiffy getting really close to fighting Mother Brain here. Just a couple of rooms off. Hopefully this is supers. It is supers. That makes things a lot easier here. I don't know if Spiffy has a runway here, but with this refill being as close as it is, it doesn't really matter.
He's got runway.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bottom of pre-Mother Brain room for map randos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That
fine.
that is a short charge though. That is a somewhat difficult, but he gets it first try.
Earlier today, I got my first bottom of Main Street short charge.
Ooh, very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, chat, let's get your guesses in. I believe this was a 1 or 2 connector, fairly short, but the criteria map was long and winding here. I'd say fairly close to 2 minutes, if not maybe a little bit above or below. Say a minute 55. Oh, somebody said that. 2 minutes then.
Minutes.
3-minute escape. Okay, yeah. That's quite the escape. The closest, I think, is White Wolf here with 240. Without going over. Price is right. As the escape starts here, do you have any questions for chat? Chat, what's your favorite movie? And I know it's really hard to say what's your favorite movie. You can have like a top 5 movies, but if you had to pick one, what's your favorite movie?
You know, I feel like I figured this out not too long ago, but I can't remember. Grandma's Boy.
Happy Gilmore's a good choice. Good choice. All right, Kenix, what's your favorite movie?
Put me on the spot. I don't remember. I guess I don't have a favorite movie if I can't like just spit it out, right?
Yeah. My favorite movie is Spirited Away.
Ooh.
Love me Ghibli movies.
You know, I do have like a family favorite. It's kind of obscure these days. It's what is it? What's Up, Doc? It's a comedy. It's pretty good. The best part of it is the last third. The last third is great.
Alright, Spiffy about to be hitting into the final room to the ship here with plenty of time left. Spiffy's going to take game 2 here, and with that, the series. Some GG's in chat.
GG. Yeah. It was unfortunate that it didn't work out for Fat Scott going down there. But
yeah,
that's Map Rando.
we get a chair stream for potentially a little bit before Spiffy joins us, and I believe Fat Scott is waiting in the setup. I would wager a guess that Spiffy is also going to join us. Yes, Spiffy is also going to join us.
We'll have to ask Scott about Aqueduct.
Yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, Aqueduct being the downfall for Scott in both of these games. Very unfortunate. I'd really like for at least the second seed to be unlocked, because I really want to know what the logic was for that. I think Nevdi was saying that the pirates, metal pirates, unlocking the ship into high jump, I believe he said, was the logic, and I'd be really interested to see if that's the case.
I don't think he was saying it was logic, that it was something that could be done.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it in logic, though.
Welcome to both our runners. Hello, hello.
Hi. How's it going?
Hey.
Good. Could I get you to unlock that second seed, please? Because, man, what the heck was that logic?
Yeah, I can unlock it. Let me unlock it real quick.
Don't look at my route for logic, okay? I did not follow logic. Don't look at mine.
Was the snail clip in logic at the start? Because
no, absolutely not.
Okay, because
not to begin with,
I didn't know what to do. I was just like,
I'll tell you what was in logic though. It wanted you to go up the top left of Aqueduct, gravity jump to the top right hand side, get high jump, go all the way back to West Ocean to grab speed. Then
that makes sense.
Power bombs.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Someone else, so I believe Nevdi was saying this. He also thought that maybe at the beginning you could get pirates to awaken the ship and then damage boost into the speed booster.
I was trying to see if I could find that, but I don't know. I wasn't fully sure how the awakening of the groom worked, so I didn't really spend a lot of time with that.
What were the pirates though?
Pirates were like right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning? Okay.
I think so.
Were they? Oh man,
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like as soon as I stop playing, it just. Oh wait, I still the game up. Let me see if I can look.
Pirates. Metal pirates? Oh no, I see Flower House.
Yeah, there's metal pirates at the right of Big Pink.
Right side of Big Pink. Aha, yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
That's really far. That's pretty far just to get speed there. And
yeah.
Also, I believe that D-Boost is not in logic.
I don't believe it's hard logic either. But Nebby, I think, was saying that's one of the possibilities.
Oh, it's not? Huh.
I'm pretty sure it's not in hard logic. I think that one begins in very hard because it's a little particular. It's not terribly difficult, and you could just do it over and over and over.
Yeah.
But like, I'm pretty sure
It is in hard logic.
It
is in hard. Okay.
Another option, which is definitely not hard logic, is a power bomb jumps at Taco Tank. That is also doable, but very difficult.
Yeah, I had a feeling that there might be something like that. I just didn't know how to do that, and obviously I don't know how to do Taco Tank, so.
Taco Tank, no thanks. No thanks.
Yeah.
So,
not.
Unfortunate for you, Scott, that I believe the deciding factor for both of these races was in fact Aqueduct's nano clip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's pretty
on
funny
both of
actually.
them. What are the chances really of just both seed going downhill because
I kind of had a feeling. I was like when it paid off in the first seed, I was like, oh, I found Aqueduct again. Well, I guess it's time. I just did it again. I don't know.
Yeah.
It probably wasn't even the smartest thing to do, but it just felt right. So I wasted a couple minutes doing it, and then I got
No-
more. And I was like, yeah.
The thing is, I think if you didn't do it then, it would have been quite a long time before you got back there. So I definitely think it was the good choice.
Yeah.
There's just a couple of
100%
different
agree.
Yeah.
routing decisions that kind of led to the downfall. Where it particularly went wrong, I'm not sure. I think doing GT was a giant bait because once you got that charge beam, what I think was on your mind was like, I know where plasma is, so I need to find all the things to get me plasma, and then you tried to book it back to plasma. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I actually wasn't even really considering going back to plasma because right after that I found wave, and with wave spazer I didn't even really go backwards to it until I kind of ended up looping around, and then I was pretty close to it, and then I was like, well, I guess I'll pick it up. It'll probably be useful, but I don't know. I think what probably got me there is just getting lost trying to get to the map twice in a row. I feel like, and also I didn't see Dragon in the top left of Brinstar after I got the map in
Yeah.
Brinstar. So like if I had seen that, I wouldn't have wasted any time going to wreck ship. I at least would have been on the way to. I think it was like probably like only a couple more minutes before I could have made it back there had I realized that, or had I seen in advance. But it's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So then my question to you, Fat Scott, is when you came back and got speed, were you prepared to take on Dragon? Because I peeked Dragon blind. Because I'm in desperate search of ammo, and I'm just peeking everything I can because I don't know where charge is, but I saw plasma wave already, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not even gonna bother because those are just off in the corner.
Yeah.
I ended up. I would have been perfectly fine to kill Dragon. I just didn't. I didn't blind it. I didn't go into the top right of West Ocean to get it, like to find it. So I didn't like. I would have had to have pretty much scrolled the map to the top left and then saw it and then went right to it, which might have been the play, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so it's just like after getting the Brinstar map, and of course, actually, I didn't even grab the Brinstar map. I knew what I had to do because I just kind of left Brinstar early, and I left Speed behind. I never went back to go get it, even though I knew Speed was what was going to happen, be needed for Aqueduct in the Morph Ball and Power Ball. I was like, okay, there's probably something really close that lets me get Speed, and then here. But I'm just like, let's just risk it. Let's move on. And then I eventually killed Dragon, got the Northern map, not Dragon, Kraid, sorry. Killed Kraid, and then went to crit Meridian next. Got soft locked by not soft locked, got dead ended by Botwoon, went through the other Meridian entrance, found Wave and Power Bombs, and I'm like, you know what, this is just not worth it. Let's just leave. I reset back out, and then I went to Criteria, found Ridley. And so just getting the Criteria map, it's like, oh, that's speed lock, so we better go get speed now. While I'm in Brinstar, we might as well check this map in case it's fan 2. Lo and behold, it was. So I knew
that makes
I
sense.
could just leave.
You know,
I got really lucky, and that's what I was trying to tell you earlier in the chat room. That I got really lucky just finding Dragon there.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say I think I really screwed myself now I think about it because I was heading towards the major where high jump was, and then I tripped myself up because I went into the top and I saw that it was Batu hallway, and I was like, oh crap, I don't have like ice or anything, I can't do this. When I could have just gravity jumped up to the other side. That's well. that would have been big for me. I didn't even think about it. It happens sometimes. That's okay.
It happens. It definitely happens. Just like I got people who get really lucky and just blind the Dragon. That happens too.
Yeah, I had a practice seed where right before this race where I blinded into my last boss, and I was like, wow, that was nice. If only that would happen in the race.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, second seed was a lot more open to exploration. Where the first seed was like IKEA 1, 2, 3, 4, get one thing to unlock the next, to unlock the next, to unlock the next.
Absolutely.
Me and chat were just like completely befuddled because we were just like, there's nowhere to go wrong in this map, like essentially at all.
I
Because
didn't see
because
one.
you couldn't do anything until after you got morph, and so everything was just in Meridia.
Right.
I think Meridia had 8 majors in total.
Yeah, let's see. One
Yeah, I
space
can
jump,
count. I
screw
can
attack,
count.
morph, morph bombs, Varia, and gravity. Oh, don't forget X-ray and spacer. There you go. That's a lot.
6, 7. 1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2.
Yeah, 8 of them. That's crazy. And they were all like right there too. You just had to get all of that before
Yeah.
you left. That's crazy. Also, nice double suit seed there.
Yeah.
Sheesh. It was a lot
So-
of back and forth in
yeah.
the beginning, though. Like, so
Yeah.
you go down to the right, you get your screw attack, and then you go through parlor. There's a logical step, and then you're kind of open to explore a little bit. Well, top right was Indiana Jones, can't do that. Left side, 2 doors was Mission Impossible, can't do that. And then can't morph go through the tunnel either. And then there was heat, so you can't do that. So you go down,
Yeah.
and then you just run into Varia. It's like, okay, well, Varia, there was a heat room. You get Varia, go to the heat, you get gravity.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
went
yeah.
past it a little bit. Yeah, I went past it a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
well, this is not what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, but then you
So-
see that everything is closed off, so you're like, okay, well, just go back to East Ocean. Okay, there's my supers.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like
Supers.
one step after another, and then I really got lost trying to find the first power bombs. It was kind of an adventure.
Mhm. So, like, yeah, I was
Yeah, I'm surprised.
about that, though. I
Okay.
went through Big Pink, and I went through Tutorian, and I got all the way to the map. I was like, there's actually nothing here except 1X, and we can't even get it. So I reverted and went straight to Norfair, which is where power bombs were. Because, and only because, I recently not lost a race, but I got tripped up in one of my tournament races because of Aqueduct, X-ray, and more. So I was like, oh, okay, let's just do this instantly. And it ended up being a logical step.
I missed it if you said so, but during game 1, when you went through Meridia and you skipped the map, was that a conscious skipping of the map? Because Meridia was pretty much solved at that point.
It was a conscious skip because I'm thinking to myself, Mother Brain's right there. This is no objectives. I only need a few more items, right? So I skipped the Meridian map because and only because we've already seen most of it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I probably should have done that too. I was thinking after I checked it, that was like I probably didn't need to get the map, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have 8 majors here. How many more majors could possibly be in Meridia?
And not just that, you have huge rooms. You got
Yeah.
East Ocean, Indiana Jones, you got Pseudoplasma Spark, you got Big Pink, you got Speed Booster Hall. Like, all of that are huge rooms.
Yeah.
Like, we're
Yeah.
basically done here.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, though, I did the Meridia loop and had to fight Kraid. Rip.
Both of you ended
Yeah.
up fighting great, I think.
I was like, oh, this loops
Yeah.
very nicely. There's ammo over here. Let's just go to Meridia from here. Kraid. I was like, oh, finally knew. Finally knew. And I missed the Kraid quick kill. I didn't have any supers coming in. Or was that the second seed? No, I'm pretty sure that was the first seed.
I think it was prom both seeds.
Oh, yeah? Nice. Well, time to practice Kraid.
I'm trying to. I can't remember the first seed. I know the second seed I got. I don't think I have any issues with Kraid. I don't remember fighting in the first seed, but I don't know. I like throw out the last seed after I start racing the next one. It's pretty hard for me to remember sometimes.
I mean, that's good
Yeah, well-
sometimes because you don't want to bring along what happened previously and then just completely stumble into the wrong rooms.
Yeah,
I'm thinking the exact same thing. As like, if you have that ability to just kind of clear the cache out and just forget it immediately, that's probably one of the best things you can do. To
yeah.
have that kind of ability, yeah.
I think I've played enough Rando. Usually I'm able to do it, but then but after the fact, when we're doing this interview, I'm like, oh man, I don't even remember what's going on.
What did I have for breakfast?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question to you, Fast Scott, C2, how early did you commit to Spo?
Pretty quick.
I was scared of it.
I
was
pretty
scared of
much
Spo.
like when I found it, I was like, you know what, I think I should do it. I didn't have a lot left, or I didn't have a lot else to do, so I just kind of did it, because I had the ammo and everything. I also did Croc at some point. I don't remember when I did Croc, but that ended up being kind of a wash. I shouldn't have done that,
That
but
was fairly late
Scam.
into the seed, I believe.
yeah.
Croc was a huge scam. Pretty sure. Where's Croc?
Croc.
Oh, there you are. Oh, yeah. It's right in the very beginning in the missiles. Probably got to be
Yeah.
where you got the map, yeah. Because, well, map's in the corner of the world with Bantoon.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Yeah, I like the logic steps in Seed 2. It's like just a handful of items until 5, and then it's everything that's ever existed.
Yeah.
And then step 6 is charge.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Holy
Collectible
moly,
on
yeah.
this step. Like, the entire seed is collectible on this step. Like, 10 power, 10 E-tanks, all the supers. Yeah, it's crazy.
It was
It
an
was fun,
interesting
though.
map.
Definitely. I definitely felt like I was running around with my head cut off for a little bit, but once I saw Plasma and Wave kind of off in the corners, and I didn't want to come back for Plasma, and I ended up getting the Spacer after Kraid, I was like, no, this is not worth coming back for. Like, maybe if I'm happen to run into Charge because Plasma is kind of close to Mother Brain, but then I'm looking at the Norfair map. There's a save and an ammo refill right next to Mother Brain, so I don't even need to worry about ice.
Right.
Either.
Yeah.
So that's
So,
that's
you
such
had-
a good Mother Brain cluster right there.
You had to turn around as soon as you saw. This is at Spiffy for Seed 2. You had to turn around as soon as you saw the map for Wreck Ship. Would you have gotten the super there if you knew it was a super because it was behind an O?
Oh, on the left-hand side, is that the lower Norfair or the upper Norfair reserve ring? Tank ring?
Yeah.
In Wreck Ship? No.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have at all. Because I'm still looking for Dragon and Fantoon at this point. Because I killed Kraid, I spotted Ridley, I know it's speed locked, and I have to go back down to Brinzer because I know speed's there. So at this point, I'm like, I'll find something else on the way.
Yeah, if it wasn't a major, it wasn't worth it.
Exactly. Or like even a cluster of X's, because I never got the Meridian map. Like, just looking around the Brinstar map, I didn't get the Brinstar map, obviously, but like Torian map, I don't think I went there either. I'm pretty sure I just forgot about Torian to my benefit. Yeah, I never stepped foot back into Torian, so yep, just kind of made all the right decisions. Sorry, Fat Scott.
No. It was a good game. I'll be honest. I'm not like super upset that I lost because I'm very exhausted with that Rando. It's been a lot of playing seeds in a long time. I'm like I was kind of like I definitely gave it my all. I wasn't trying to lose or anything, but it was rough. It was like, oh, I just been doing so much map Rando. I'm like fine to be knocked out now.
Exactly. I feel the same way. In fact, most of my time during the rest of the week, I'm just playing 80%. I've kind of started the 80% grind, and that's like helped me keep in practice with my hands and stuff for map rando, but keeps the mind fatigue out too. So it's really good.
Yeah, I think the same was happening for me for playing in the relay and all that. It was kind of a nice break from playing map rando seeds. I'm tired, boss.
Absolutely, 100% agree on that. GG's though.
GG.
All right. So, any last words?
Just want to say thank you for comms and stuff like that. I wasn't really sure how people would be busy on Monday or not. So I appreciate the comms, appreciate the tracking. You guys are all awesome, and it's always a good time. GG's to phatscott, of course.
And yeah, it was a good time. I'm glad to have played today, and I think it was a pretty interesting set today. And thank you both for commentating and tracking and everything. It's I'm glad to have gotten to play in this tourney. I feel like I got quite a bit further than I was expecting. I'll be honest. So I definitely was glad to have played through all of this, and it was a very nice time. And definitely GG's. This was very fun.
All right, GG's. So we have Spiffy going on to the semifinals of the silver bracket versus Tillymorph. So that has not yet that has yet to be scheduled, of course. But tomorrow, what do we have tomorrow? It's Nito versus Lynx.
Ooh,
So
that should be good.
we got 3 people submitted for comms then. And you never know what you get. Oh wait, sorry.
That's
Nito
good.
versus sorry, that's the wrong one. WX fan is on comms for tomorrow. Alright. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. Go ahead and give our racers a follow. And we'll see you all next mission.